Virality is a window, not a destination. So when attention finds you, the clock starts immediately. If your operations can't keep pace with the culture, you're not building momentum. You're watching it dissipate while someone else captures the demand you created. But do you ever feel the pressure to capitalize on the momentum? Because sometimes it don't even have to be viral. Sometimes it could just be a good moment that's happening, like a viral-ish moment, like something that's bomb that's happening in your life or in your business and it's getting a lot of attention. Do we always have to capitalize on that? Like,
Friends and beauty at a vibe stay lit. Community strong, we legit, that's it. Stories, lessons, gems we share freely. Learn, laugh, glow, we all we lead and truly. It's the Friends and Beauty podcast with your best friend in beauty.
hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, Aquia Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you listen to this episode in high spirits and in good health. Yo, Friends in Beauty, I had to come and talk to my friends. This year is really starting off interesting with a bang. Interesting. It's been so much going on globally, but as far as beauty industry goes, beauty industry news, did you all hear that Pat McGrath Labs is selling its assets? Yes, Pat McGrath Labs is up for sale. I feel like I saw the date as January 26th or 27th, where you can actually like bid on the brand. But Pat McGrath Labs is up for sale. And I'm like, hold up, I was just telling my friends in beauty to join Pat McGrath Labs and all, like Pat McGrath's team and everything. So how y'all up for sale? So hopefully, I don't know how this is like going to work out and everything, but hopefully Mother Pat comes out on, you know, the good side of it. I don't know much about what is going on. Like, I'm going to do a separate video. I'll leave it linked below. I'm going to do a separate video once I gather all of my thoughts and gather all of the information so I can make a concise video about what's actually happening so far, like the news that we have or the information that we have so far. Yeah, Pat McGrath Labs is selling. I feel like I saw that information maybe sometime last week, sometime during the week. I saw it on um, Irani's Instagram page, and it was like a case study that was kind of like breaking down Pat McGrath Labs in a way. I've seen so many different think pieces as to why the brand may be selling and all of that. Um, and I will talk about that further in the other video that I do and show y'all those clips. But this post in particular is the one that like really struck a chord with me. And it's the first one that I saw, but it's the one that really stood out to me. It was like, oh, I got to talk to my friends in beauty about this because it really is just about virality, like just going viral, being a viral beauty brand, being a viral beauty pro or whatever. And I'm just always wondering, do we have to monetize every single viral moment, like as a brand, as a beauty pro? If we go viral, have you ever gone viral before? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you ever gone viral. I don't think I've ever gone viral before. But if you ever gone viral before, let me know like what happened, like what made you go viral, what was the result of you going viral? Like, were you prepared to go viral? Like, just let me know the tea. I don't think I've ever gone viral though, now that I think about it. But I want to share with you all the Instagram post that I saw on Rodney's page. It was a case study from another creator breaking down Pat McGrath Labs. And it was a quote on there that took me out that said, virality without velocity is a death sentence. And it kind of breaks down, all of the things. So I'm going to share that post with you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So give me one moment to pull it up for you. Let me go over to Instagrams and pull it up. So this is the Instagram post that I originally saw 4 days ago. It must have been 4 days ago because I feel like I saw it when he posted it 3 days ago. I responded to it. But this is the post, why Pat McGrath has to sell. And I was like, what? Because like literally Pat McGrath responded on my post that I made about, join Team Pat McGrath. She left little hearts on my post or whatever. I was pressed. But or whoever a social media person is left hearts on my post. But this is the post. It says, she created the most viral beauty moments in years. 12 months later, her brand is going to auction. This is the lesson most brands miss about virality. Okay, so this is from a creator called Camille Moore. Let me go to her. Let me show you her page real quick. Camille is says the internet's favorite branding expert. So she does a whole bunch of different like case studies and different things. So I really have to like dive in to her page, but I just wanted to give her a shout out, Camille Moore. For some reason I can't find the Pat McGrath post on her page anymore. It looks like she might have deleted it or something. Cause I like to go through and like read the comments and everything. But this is the thing. So let's get into it. So it says virality without velocity is a death sentence. So it explains virality as attention, like a virality equals attention finds you. Velocity equals your ability to convert that attention before it moves on. Most brands obsess over the first. I guess like the first viral moment, most brands obsess over that, and almost none are built for the second one. So if they go viral again, they wouldn't be able to sustain it. And it says Pat McGrath is the case study. So normally with virality, of course, it comes with, people showing you love on the algorithm. Like the algorithm is just showing you love and pushing your content out there to people. People are liking it. The press is picking it up. It's a lot of hype around it. It may have some celebrity association. Who knows? And it's just like a moment that everybody is talking about. Like you're viral, and that velocity on the other end is like you have to be able to convert that, which is something I've always kind of been like a little not scared of, but like if you do go viral, like you have to know what to do with it. Like you have to have some kind of plan or be able to like pick up right away and like sustain that. So if you don't have like a sales system or inventory, if you're like your brand, like if you're a brand, if you don't have inventory, if you don't have a product at all, if you don't have an offer, like, or just the infrastructure to keep up with like the demand of you going viral, you may not be able to convert it, right? So let's dive into this case study, man. Oh my gosh. So this was the moment, okay? So I know you all remember that moment, January 2024, the Maison Margiela Couture in Paris, where everybody had that, that glass skin, right? So Pat McGrath creates a glass skin look that breaks the internet. Models walking with porcelain lacquered faces, otherworldly. Google searches spike, TikTok explodes, credit cards are ready. The audience is it admiring, they're waiting to buy. Virality achieved. Okay. So I remember seeing this and I definitely wasn't like I don't think I was one of the people that was like, oh, I want to recreate this. I was very intrigued by it, right? I was like, oh, this is really cool. And I saw all of the different recreations of it and people trying to figure out what it was, like how did they do this? I saw all of that, right? So that was January 2024, 2 years ago, which is crazy. So the problems, all right? So we have the moment and then we have the problem. The problem is Pat McGrath Labs wasn't working on a glass skin product at the time. The most viral moment of her career, and there was nothing to sell. No product in development, no accelerated timeline, no plan. And it's just like one of those things that I think about. It's like you can't anticipate going viral, like especially as an artist. Like Pat McGrath is a makeup artist first before she's a brand owner. So especially if you're just operating as an artist, you're just operating as an artist. Like everything that you do is a moment for you, but you sometimes you just don't expect it to get picked up globally. And if it does, like what you supposed to do about it, right? So it's like, okay, just because I did this glass skin, look, does that mean that I was supposed to have a product because I just had the foresight to know that it was going to go viral? I don't know. So someone else caught the wave, okay? So 5 days later, Aaron Parsons, Pat McGrath's former first assistant, posts a TikTok cracking the code. A $4 drugstore pill-off mask diluted with water applied via airbrush, 2 million views, okay? The secret technique that took Pat McGrath 3 years to perfect, quote unquote, reverse engineered in less than a week by someone who used to work for her. And that's what zero velocity looks like. Okay. So they're basically saying that the fact that this young lady here was able to go on, I guess, YouTube or TikTok TikTok, go on TikTok and crack the code and spill the beans on how this look was actually achieved. It should have been something that either Pat McGrath herself or somebody from her team probably got ahead of before the former assistant did it. And yeah, she kind of took over the moment because I feel like after that, that's probably when you really saw people going full steam ahead with recreating their looks because for a while people couldn't figure out what it was. But once they figured out what it was, people broke out their airbrush machines. People broke out the is it the Freeman's peel off man? I used to use those things when I was little. Okay, I used to use those masks when I was younger. That's what got me into the skincare, as a young girl. So I was even shook when I found out what it was to achieve that look. I was like, that's it? $4. A $4 drugstore peel off mask. But they said that's what zero velocity looks like, right? So the delay. Whew, this is a lot. The product finally launched January 30th, 2025, almost exactly 12 months after the viral moment. Units available on launch day, approximately 100. 100 units. After the most viral beauty moment in recent memory, it sold out in 6 minutes, proving the demand was still there. But in beauty, 12 months is an eternity. The conversation had moved on, the wave had crashed, you know. eh, So it's saying like this isn't how it used to work. So she gives an example of in 2016. I think Pat McGrath launched in 2015. So in 2016, Pat McGrath recreates this red glitter lip at Versace Couture. And I remember seeing that too. I'm gonna tell y'all about that in a second. Within months, she releases Lust 004, a lip kit to recreate the exact look. Runway to retail. It was a tight pipeline, cultural moment captured, and that was velocity. Okay, so instead of it taking almost a year, it took 6 months. Did it say 6 months? Did it say 6 months? Or am I making stuff up? Oh, it says recreated, whatever, within months. I don't know where I get 6 months from. Within months, she recreated it. And then in 2024, the glass skin thing goes viral. It took her 12 months to launch, 100 units available, scooped by a former assistant, same founder, same creative genius, and completely different infrastructure. When you lose this focus, the demand for your brand dies. So when I look at this, though, there's a big difference. I mean, I feel like that glitter lip thing was easy to create. Like that mask thing, I'm pretty sure they probably have like a not like private label, but I'm pretty sure there's like a standard formula for that mask. But I feel like that's more so skincare. I feel like color cosmetics is easier, in my opinion, from what I gathered talking to people on the podcast. I feel like color cosmetics is a little bit more easier or simpler. I may be wrong to produce than like skincare. So the fact that she was able to come out with a glitter lip kit in a few months doesn't surprise me. It's a whole bunch of red lipsticks everywhere and it's glitter everywhere. So that doesn't surprise me. So I'm pretty sure it took this long. Maybe she was trying to perfect it. Maybe it wasn't even a thought at the like. I don't even know how long it took them to think like, oh, maybe we should create a glass skin product to sell. I have no clue, no clue at all. So, and then also what I was going to tell y'all about this when I remember seeing this. This is no shade at all. Okay, this is all love. But I remember when I saw that red glitter lip and Pat McGrath was selling this, and I'm like, wait, Danessa Myricks been doing this. Danessa been doing this. Working with I Make You Beautiful back in the day before it was Danessa Myricks Beauty, we were throwing glitter lips on people way before Pat McGrath came out with this. And it irritated me so bad because I was like, when it came out, it almost seemed like it was like revolutionary, like no one had done it before. And I'm like, this is 2016. At least some years prior to this, we were doing this with Danessa. So I digress. Another black beauty brand, but I'm just saying that people was acting like it was random. Like we was doing red, we was doing blue, we was doing purple, we was doing all types of colors. It wasn't just red. It was still cute though. So why velocity collapse? This is back to the case study. It says, nothing has happened since, this is a quote, nothing has happened since the inception of this brand, nor happens now without her approval. And this is a quote from a departing executive in 2025, allegedly. It said midnight meetings were standard. Approvals took until sunrise. Mothership pilots were airlifted from China to Italy because production was perpetually behind. The same exacting standards that made the artistry legendary made the company unable to move. Creative genius became operational bottlenecks. So it sounds like they're trying to blame Mother Pat for micromanaging. It sounds like a little micromanaging as far as things being delayed due to having to have her approval on it and things like that. So I'm not sure. They're saying that's why velocity collapsed, but that's a big timeline, like from 2016 to 2024. Like I don't know. The lesson: virality is a window, not a destination. So when attention finds you, the clock starts immediately. You don't get to this. You don't get to decide the timeline. The audience does. If your operations can't keep pace with the culture, you're not building momentum. You're watching it dissipate while someone else captures the demand you created. Pat McGrath's artistry was never the problem. She just got hired by Louis Vuitton. But artistry creates the moment. Infrastructure determines whether you can capture it. Build for velocity before you need it. Okay? So this is the case study, Basic White Shirt Ltd, which is Irani's San Fine's manager, y'all, if y'all didn't know that. But this is Irani's page if you want to check it out, because I don't know why the other lady, took it down. I hope it's not anything that's like, you know, not wrong with it, but I don't know why she took it down. So go ahead and check out this case study because I really want to know your thoughts. Okay. I really want to know your thoughts. Look at my comment though. My comment, I was just like kind of shook because I said, this is very interesting. That can't be the reason why the brand is being sold though, right? I always wonder about velocity because do brands or people that go viral need to capitalize on every viral moment? Or is it just the ability to do so quickly if needed or wanted? I have so many questions, right? So Irani responded and said, I had so many questions. No way she could have anticipated the virality of that moment and had product ready to go. Right? That's what I was thinking. I think it has a lot to do with her appointment at Louis Vuitton. The minute I heard about that, I knew there was no way she could do both. So, I like to read. I'm one of those people that go straight to the comments and read the comments when things like this happen. Hey, friends in beauty. If you're a professional makeup artist or beauty pro who is tired of juggling multiple tools to run your business, I got great news for you. Beauty Pro Funnels is here to simplify your life and take your business to the next level. Unlike other platforms like Wix, Squarespace, or Acuity, Beauty Pro Funnels was created by a makeup artist for makeup artists. This is the world's first all-in-one software that helps you book clients, sell your products, and even launch courses all in one place. No need for separate subscriptions that drain your wallet or tools that don't speak your language as a beauty pro. With Beauty Pro Funnels, you're not just getting another booking tool. You're unlocking the ability to create multiple revenue streams. So whether you're behind the chair or not, you're making money. Imagine accepting bookings, selling your beauty products, and offering courses all without the stress of managing separate systems. That could be a big headache. Let me break it down to you one more time. Your website, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your portfolio, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your booking site, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. And your e-commerce site, host it in Beauty Pro Funnels. Want to offer beauty courses or digital products? You can sell them inside of Beauty Pro Funnels, and you'll be able to send invoices, digital contracts, newsletters, and do all of your marketing directly from your Beauty Pro Funnels account. It's mind-blowing. Listen, you're going to save hundreds of dollars every single month by replacing over 10 platforms when you make the switch to Beauty Pro Funnels like Wix, Squarespace, Acuity, WordPress, Vagaro, Honeybooks, 17 Hats, Dubsado, MailChimp, Klaviyo, Kajabi, DocuSign, even Shopify. It's crazy. I know you got at least one of those. And here's the best part. Tayana and her team spent over a year building plug-and-play templates into your account for pretty much everything, so you never have to start from scratch at all. So all of your appointment confirmations, reminders, and payment reminders and stuff like that for your clients, they have already been written out for you. You can even gather reviews and referrals all on autopilot. You'll free up so many hours of time each week so you can focus on what you love, your artistry. Plus, with their mobile app, you can manage your entire business from the palm of your hand, send invoices, schedule appointments, and even take payments on the go. I believe in Beauty Pro Funnels so much that I recently moved the Friends of Beauty site to Beauty Pro Funnels, and I am loving it. It's a game changer because it's not just a platform. I swear it is like having your personal business assistant designed specifically for makeup artists and beauty pros like you. So here's the deal. If you want to see what all the hype is about, visit getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends to get a personalized tour and see how Beauty Pro Funnels can transform your business today. That's getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends because you deserve the best tool for your beauty business. So let me know what you think about the case study. Let me know your thoughts on what you know so far about Pat McGrath selling. But we all know that Pat McGrath is legendary, right? Legendary as an artist. She has dominated Fashion Week. She's had that viral launch with the red glitter lip. And of course, I'm not going to like break down everything because like I said, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around everything that's going on. But it's just like this brand has been around for 10 years. And I just find it hard to believe that because this is $1 billion. And I'm just thinking, because I'm like, this brand is worth billions. Like, I remember when Pat McGrath crossed the threshold into being $1 billion beauty brand. And I just kind of failed to believe that I just failed to believe that her brand is being sold due to her not being able to capitalize on a viral moment. And if that's the case, I'm scared. If that's the case, I'm scared for just like the regular average people out here who don't have millions of dollars of backing behind them in their brands. Like, if they go viral and they're not able to maintain or kick in that velocity factor, what's going to happen to them if brands like Pat McGrath Labs and it's like other brands too that are out here like being sold and everything. And it's not always a bad thing for brands to be sold. Like, I gotta check out the other video that I do because I'm going to insert a clip from Anthony Standifer, who was on the podcast before when I asked him about Black brands being acquired. But I don't know if this is the same as being acquired or not. Like, I need to talk to somebody. I don't know if assets being up for sale and getting acquired is the same thing. Let me know if you know. Is this the same vibe? But I mean, that is the goal for most brands and most businesses, is to be able to sell. So I haven't seen anything about Pat McGrath speaking out on this yet, but this might be like a good thing for her. I don't know. Maybe she gonna come out on top with some coins. I don't know. Like, whatever the agreement is, but I hope that it does work out in her favor. Right? But do you ever feel the pressure to capitalize on like the momentum? Because sometimes it don't even have to be viral. Sometimes it could just be a good moment that's happening, like a viral-ish moment, like something that's bomb that's happening in your life or in your business and it's getting a lot of attention. Do we always have to capitalize on that? Like the fact that, the glass skin thing went viral, do you actually have to create a product just to appease the people? Especially now that they know what it is. Like, now that they know what it is, just go ahead and do it. Like, if it's really that serious, just go ahead and get the little mask from CVS, Walgreens, add some water, get your little airbrush machine. I have one if you want to buy it. I've been trying to get rid of this Tim 2 with the big compressor. Like, I have one. Message me some kind of way. DM me at Friends in Beauty or Queer Robinson if you want that thing. I need it gone. I have an airbrush machine. So I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I really, really just want to know what you think about this, my friends in beauty, because really can't anticipate going viral. So if you do go viral, it's like, is your virality, is it, you don't know what people's current capacity is. Like, what if they don't have the capacity for the velocity or the margins or just like the long-term vision? Like, maybe they were just trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I was just operating and doing what I do on a regular everyday basis, and now I gotta concede to creating some kind of product or service just because I went viral. Like, what if that's not what they want to do? It's so hard. Yeah, I don't know. Every viral moment supposed to be monetized? That's how I feel about passions too. Like, we're passionate about being beauty pros. Of course, we want to get paid for it, of course. But it's like every passion that we have, does it have to be monetized? I just have so many questions. It's just like, why do we always have to just conform? I'm such a rebel, I think. I think it's just the rebel in me. I'm like, why do we always have to conform to whatever society says, you know, is we're supposed to do? Just because I go viral, I got to do this now. Oh my gosh, man. I've heard of people going viral though before and like not having enough inventory to, you know, sustain the virality factor or the velocity factor of it all. But like I said, I really want to know if you've ever experienced a viral moment and like how that went for you, whether it was positive or negative. Did it lead to sales? Did it lead to ongoing opportunities? Do you think that velocity is more important than virality? Like I said, I just have so many questions. Is velocity more important than virality? Because I feel like you can't have velocity if you don't have virality. I don't know. This is a lot. This is a lot. Like I said, there's just so many different think pieces on this that I'm going to break down in the video that I do. So I will leave the link down below for you to check it out. Once I gather all of my thoughts about this, like really, really hash it out. But I really wanted to just ask that question. Like, it's really a concern of mine. Like I said, I've never gone viral, but just like I said, maybe in my comment, like I said, maybe it's more so about when you're building a brand or you're building you're building your business, maybe there's a way to not anticipate virality, but prepare for it. So maybe you tuck away some extra money just in case you need to do something. I have no idea. What do you think the solution to this is for people like us, like regular, like we're not big brands, right? We're not billion-dollar brands like Fenty and Pat McGrath Labs. So when it comes to smaller brands or when it comes to just being a content creator or something like that, like how do we start to prepare for virality so that we can have velocity? Like let me know your thoughts. Like how do we prepare for that? Is it like is velocity like an emergency savings account for the business? Like I don't know. I have so many questions. So let's chat. Let's chat about it, friends of beauty. I want to know all of your thoughts. Comment down below. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, I just know that virality though, it gets you seen, but that velocity though, it seems like the velocity is gonna keep you in business. But I don't want to believe that Pat McGrath Labs is going out of business because of this. Like a whole year later, I don't know. I don't know. Yes, friends of beauty, we need to talk. Share this episode with a friend. Give this episode a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Continue to tap in, okay? Because this is just January. So I have a good feeling that this is not the last conversation that we'll have about this or any other beauty brand this year. I don't know. They kind of been dropping like flies, and I just want to know why. Like what can be done? What can be done? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I just wanted to share that with y'all, share my thoughts and everything. But I really, really would love for you to engage and give me your insights. Let me tap into your brain. Give me your insights of what you may know, what you think about this situation. Okay. All righty. I will talk to you next week in another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. Let's keep Pat McGrath in our prayers that, she comes out on a good, on the good end of this. I forgot about the Louis Vuitton thing too. Like they did just hire her for that expensive ass makeup. Like, listen, that's a that's a whole nother story. Cause when I saw that stuff come out, I'm like, who's paying that much for a lipstick and who's paying that much for a quad? Not me, but there's a market, there's a customer for everybody. So maybe the check over at Louis Vuitton is gonna keep her afloat in addition to all the other amazing things that she got going on. So if I hear anything else, I will keep you updated. If you hear anything, drop it in my DMs and send it to me, okay? Anyways, I will talk to you next week on another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with another friend in beauty. give it a thumbs up and subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review so that other friends in beauty can find the show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, hashtag Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.